Katy Perry Women's World rollout just keeps getting worse because now it has more dislikes on YouTube than likes.
And it's gotten such a universally negative response that Katy herself actually had to release a video explaining that the first half is supposed to be satirical.
Katy is the reason why you work with Dr. Luke. Why are you working with Dr. Luke?
Katy Perry's decision to work with Dr. Luke has put her on the path of failure. And with a new album coming out, Katy's starting to realize that this approach isn't going to work. So now she's frantically trying to fix what she's done. But until she drops Dr. Luke, no one's buying it. So let's get into it. Katy Perry's new song that she partnered with Dr. Luke on has come out, and it's not helping her situation. Now, is it the worst song I've ever heard? No. Is it the best song? Oh, hell no. And now that it's come out, she's trying to claim that this song, this anthem, is kind of like satire. In my opinion, I feel like she knew that this wasn't going to be a hit from the start, but contractually, Dr. Luke, these people forced her to lead with this song. Critics say that the intended girl power messaging doesn't come through the track. It just feels disingenuous. Like, Katy Perry, in my mind, is starting to go into like the Ellen DeGeneres like sphere of celebrities. Like, maybe that's just me, but I can't like take it seriously, or I want to. I mean, I've been a fan before, but like this, I can't listen to it in the car. I can't. Now, in the music video, Katy Perry dances around in skimpy outfits while repeating the chorus line, "It's a woman's world and you're lucky to be living in it." At one point, the singer gets crushed by an anvil and then gets reinflated and keeps marching around the streets filled with chaotic events. One person wrote in a comment, "This is what a feminist video clip would look like if it was made by a guy." That even though it's a feminist anthem, the video doesn't really match it. I mean, it's very suggestive. A person on Twitter said it's very cringe, while another said the single was stuck in the early 2010s and not in a good way. Katy Perry wrote back on social media, writing, "You can do anything, even satire," saying that this song was a joke, a little cheeky moment. Like, don't take it seriously because she's not. Well, don't worry, Katy, you don't need to clarify. No one's taking it seriously. Katy writes, "We're kind of just having fun, being a bit sarcastic with it. It's very slapstick and very on the nose." Saying with this set, it's like, ooh, we're not about the male gaze, but then we really are about the male gaze, and we're overplaying it and on the nose. So trying to say that, yeah, of course we're dressing this way because we're playing into this stigma that's thrown upon us. But I feel like that kind of like messaging is played out.
Girl boss shit! You can do it! You go, girl! You were born to shine. And we're kind of just having fun, being a bit sarcastic with it. It's very slapstick and very on the nose. And with this set, it's like, ooh, we're not about the male gaze, but we really are about the male gaze. And we're really overplaying it and on the nose because I'm about to get smashed, which is like a reset for me and a reset for my idea of feminine divine.
Now, Katy Perry and the record label probably are worried right now because her comeback is coming, and this single is getting really bad reviews, not just from the fans, but also like publication, with Vulture dubbing it the stalest sort of retread. The Cut wrote that Woman's World was forgettable and cringe, while The Guardian also called it regressive and dated. And as I guessed, Katy Perry is freaking out over the Woman's World flop and holding crisis talks in frantic bid to save her album. Insiders reveal her desperate plan to win back her fans. And of course, Katy Perry's blaming everyone but herself. With the single plummeting down the US iTunes chart less than a week since its release, Katy is said to be freaking out and demanding that her team go back to the drawing board to save her album from suffering the same fate. Quote, "Katy is freaking out right now because she's very aware of the feedback that Woman's World is getting. She honestly doesn't seem very happy to me, and I think that reads through what she's doing because she does not like this song. She's pointing the fingers at everyone else but herself, and it looks like Dr. Luke is going to haunt her throughout this album if he's going to be a part of it. If I were her, I would scrap everything, scrap the album name, scrap the visuals. They looked good, but like if you really want to save your long-term reputation, get a whole new producer, maybe rework some of the songs in some ways, but get Dr. Luke far away from this project. To give you guys some context, Dr. Luke is a music producer who has worked with people like Kim Petras, Doja Cat, Kesha. He was accused of doing things to Kesha. They were in a decades-long lawsuit. Doja Cat came forward saying that he took credit on her music when he didn't do anything. And Kim Petras, for whatever reason, is a big advocate for him. He's really ingrained in the music industry, and I think he's like a toxicity. That's just my opinion. Music fans have failed to connect with Woman's World, which only managed to debut at number 110 on Spotify's US chart with 500,000 streams. And to be honest, the one stream I gave it was just to see if it was as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It is pretty bad. Pretty bad. And it's gotten such a universally negative response that Katy herself actually had to release a video explaining that the first half is supposed to be satirical. But I, in this video, am going to explain why none of that satire lands and where it all went wrong. This is not supposed to be satire. This is supposed to be an earnest depiction of Katy's rebirth, of her now tapped into her divine feminine and not relying on the male gaze or products for empowerment. But it doesn't work at all because there's barely any noticeable change in tone, thematics, or visuals. So of course, no one is going to interpret the first half as satirical, because why would she satirize the same things she goes on to depict as genuinely empowering in the second half?
The source explains that Katy Perry is now demanding they go back to the drawing board ahead of the release of more singles, and they are adjusting the album right now in a desperate attempt to salvage her comeback. She should be very grateful that they have 3 months to do this. Now, it's not clear how many of the tracks are from Dr. Luke, as whether a songwriter or producer, but the album's title is 143, which is code for I Love You. It's set to release on September 20th, so right now I'm filming this on July 20th. She has September, August, September. Is that 2 months or 3 months? We're in the 7th month. Is it 2 months? 2 months, right? Okay, let's get it together. This is Katy's latest album since her 2020 album, Smile, which did not do well. She really teased us with this new era coming upon Katy Perry 6, her 6th album, but it seems like a lot of the same old stuff we're used to. Nothing really exciting. I mean, it sounds like the original pop people just need to kind of go back away and reassess.
The Katy Perry Women's World rollout just keeps getting worse because now it has more dislikes on YouTube than likes. As of this morning, it had 329,000 dislikes and 325,000 likes. I just think it sounds uninspired. And that's like a big thing that I was confused about because Katy is like so good as an artist, like creating like a nostalgic feeling and committing to projects and like doing it all. So even though she committed to the bit and did this like music video that she later explained was satire, the song itself, while catchy and the chorus does get stuck in your head, it falls flat for me.
So the song falls flat, but I also think because Dr. Luke is a crucial part of the song, that it kind of like stops it from succeeding, because there are so many people every time, and maybe it's because of people I follow. It's probably because of people I follow on Twitter. But when I go online, people are talking about how it's not doing well, and we're seeing Kesha's song go up and up. And I'm not saying I love Kesha's new song. Personally, I don't. I like it more than Katy's new song, but Kesha has this history of Dr. Luke, and I think people are now supporting her even more because of that history tied to the song. So Katy now taking a piece of this history. Keep in mind, Katy Perry was part of the lawsuit that Dr. Luke and Kesha had. She was subpoenaed to come in and to testify because some of her text messages were used in Kesha's defense that she had been assaulted by Dr. Luke. Nonetheless, Katy Perry now attaching Dr. Luke to this song invites this history to it, and it's a bad history. If you guys know what I'm saying, so Kesha's, I feel like, let's say the songs are equal. While I do think Kesha's is better, Kesha's might do better because people know the history, they recognize the importance. It's her first release after being released from Dr. Luke, this guy who has such a bad reputation. Katy Perry's is going to go down because people are like, not only is it not great, but I don't want to support it because the messaging's whatever. It's very elementary, but the people behind it, they don't really want to give to that business. The teenage dream hitmaker also faced criticism over the sexualized nature of her video, as well as her decision to work with music producer Dr. Luke after his highly publicized legal battle with Kesha. And honestly, I'm so happy to keep talking about this Kesha Dr. Luke lawsuit because I feel like a lot of the younger people who watch my channel may not like remember this, and I've got great videos talking about it. So go and learn about this man because I just think some of your favorite singers should learned their lesson not to work with him. The source claims the biggest risk that Katy took was reconnecting with Dr. Luke, but I can understand why she did for a reason, because her earliest hits, I Kissed a Girl, California Girls, they were all produced by him. So she's trying to get back to basics, but I feel like he has even lost his touch. I'm just so over him. Now, Dr. Luke has denied all allegations and actually countersued Kesha and her mother for defamation. I don't think Kesha can publicly comment on Dr. Luke because of their lawsuit agreement, but she is kind of speaking with her actions, her expressions, her LOL t-shirt she wore around.
Kesha, I've got to ask, listen, Katy Perry working with Dr. Luke, right? A lot of people talking about it, right? And I wanted your opinion on it. Obviously, you've got that history, and no one's, just wanted your opinion on it. Is there anything that you can say, Kesh? Nothing? Nothing? All right.
That clip kind of makes me sad. I mean, she kind of seems defeated there, kind of looking at this guy really? Are you asking me about this? Just reminding her of something so traumatic. She's about to get in the car and think all about it. Music lovers have been vocal about their disdain for any artist choosing to work with Dr. Luke. Some of Katy's fans, though, have defended her by claiming that she was forced to work with Dr. Luke due to contractual obligation. But Katy Perry also confirmed that she has no ties to him, so I don't think that that's valid. Plus, if you make enough of a fuss, you really don't have to work with the guy. Now, during Katy's 2018 deposition for Kesha's lawsuit against Dr. Luke, Katy confirmed that she only ever signed a 3-album deal with Dr. Luke. So she's on her 6th album, she does not have to work with him. She also acknowledged what the public feedback would be if she chose to work with him amid his battle with Kesha. She said working with him at this moment would not be received well because of the lawsuit. So she realized back then when she was deposed that it wouldn't be great to work with him, but maybe she thought a few years went by and people would forget. Not with people like me on the internet blabbing all day telling you guys about it. Oh, I love what I do. When asked if she thought working with Dr. Luke would have a potential impact on the success of her future release, the Dark Horse singer responded, people would protest against it, a smear campaign, just 20 different narratives than the one that I am. So I don't know why she decided to partner with him when she saw this coming.
Katy, is there a reason why you work with Dr. Luke?
Isn't your album about women empowerment? Why are you working with Dr. Luke?
Now, the Daily Mail revealed that Katy had been previously warned not to collaborate with Dr. Luke. She was warned, but she ignored them, and now Katy is confronted on the streets for her actions. An insider was quoted saying she was insane to think that Dr. Luke was a good idea. She didn't listen to anyone. Instead of diving deep and creating art, she put something out that sounded like it could have been on an album from hers in 2010. Half-assed lyrics. She's soft and confident. Please. I'm over it. I don't want to hear this song at the bars, at the clubs. Don't you dare try to remix it. Not only did the track see Katy team up with Dr. Luke, the track was also mainly written alongside men. So much for a feminist anthem when it's written by Dr. Luke, Aaron Joseph, Vaughn Oliver, Rocco Did It Again, all these people who co-wrote, while Katy and this girl Chloe were the only two who were a part of it. Not a single woman produced this album. One source said, you don't make a song about female empowerment with basically all men. Katy cannot identify with other women because she lives in her celebrity bubble. She knows nothing about what it's like to be a woman in the real world. She's not using her star power to make change in the world. She's using it to make money, which I think I could have clocked that a long time ago when she started doing the American Idol, those type of things. That's when I realized a singer kind of lost their passion for music, because I feel like people who really love music, Taylor Swift, she's not over here judging a show. She's over here producing so much music, writing so much music because she genuinely loves it. Whether you like Taylor Swift or not, you can't deny that she loves doing what she does, and that's why she's so good at it. This person tweeted, Katy Perry's new song is a feminist anthem called Woman's World. It's produced by 3 men, one of whom is Dr. Luke, who was accused of being physical and inappropriate, trying to use YouTube words with Kesha. The video was also Directed by a what? A what? What do you guys think? A woman? No, it's not a woman's world. It's a man, another man. I mean, really, I feel like if she made it all female project, she could have gone around and press and be like, this is a female song producer, written, whatever. But that's just not, she doesn't care. She doesn't care. Someone like put the song out, you know, on a table and told her to sing it. And she did what she was told. This person wrote, I can't listen to any new Katy Perry song that is written or produced by Dr. Luke. I don't like Dr. Luke for many reasons, and I just can't personally support his career. I'm sorry, Katy, but I'm very disappointed. I'm disappointed too. I really feel like as we move on in history, in the music industry, in the movie industry, in the entertainment industry, we can do better. I mean, have we not learned lessons? It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't see the point of it. I mean, there are so many people in the world, like too many people. I mean, have you traveled recently? I feel like we are almost at max capacity. There are so many people in the world. We need to like, now we need to do like population control. There's actually a lot more like land that I feel like isn't taken up yet, but we also want to save it for the animals, right? There's like not that many animals either. But there's so many people. So she could have found one person. I mean, there were so many people in the world. Traffic is insane. I saw the airports were all backed up. There are too many people. Pick one other person, any of them. Or not any of them. Not any of them, you know. We don't want to get worse. But I'm sure there's like some younger, indie kind of... like, imagine like Katy Perry getting a team of people who are like their first album they produced. I think that to me sounds dope. Like their first album, first time they're doing this thing. It's just fresh energy. It's nice. Not this rotten woman's world, which I'm happy that Trisha Paytas had her moment. This has nothing to do with Trisha on the music video. I just think it's all about Katy Perry and poor Trisha. I mean, the Eminem music video, she could like, you know, rep that, and she's repping the Katy Perry one, but a lot of people in the comments I saw on her podcast were trying to come for her, and I'm like, okay, it's not her fault, you know, and I'm sure she's not like as aware when it comes to like those kind of things. Ooh, my hair is crispy dry because I went to the gym and I sweat, and like my sweat, okay, two things. Okay, I'm almost done talking. Two things. When I sweat at the gym, it makes my hair go like this, which I'm just going to film anyways, because I think it looks kind of like, you know, it's whatever. But then also when I sweat, it goes in my eye. Does anyone else have that? Where I'm sweating so much at the gym on the stairs and like it goes in my eyeball and then my eye's burning because it's salty. Am I eating too much salt, or is it? I think tears are always salty, right? What's fresh and confident, soft and something. Oh no, not me like starting to sing it. We can't have that. It's good. Yeah, I'm getting sick to my stomach even thinking about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my little rant after. I need some good energy my way, so manifest it. I really want to get this job I applied for. Please, just manifesting in the world. It'd be so fun. It'd be so fun. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.